Drew McIntyre was expressing his complete overtiredness of Imperium, which can't relate.
Aren't we
And
all?
so no, not at all. Are you serious right now? Are you
Just
serious
wondering,
right now?
no, I just wanted to see your reaction to that.
Like, what? They come out and then they don't even get to say anything before Drew comes out. And then Drew starts talking right away and says, hey, last week you were doing all that talking and you want to defend your title and blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of odd that you're not dressed for a match tonight. And it's only me that is. And he tells Gunther, why don't we just have our match right now, though? Like, why wait until SummerSlam? Why not do it right now? Then Drew is like, you know what? This match is actually going to be a lot harder for you than it was in the past because you want to talk about WrestleMania. Well, me and Sheamus were just excited to be in a match together at WrestleMania. And I think we focused on each other a little bit too much. And that is why you just were able to just, hang outside the ring and do whatever you want and then come back in and win. And I was like, what match do you remember, Drew? Because I don't remember that, but that's fine.
He did sneak in. No, the finish to that match is Sheamus and Drew beating the shit out of each other and Gunther coming in to steal the pin. That is the end of that match. Go look that up. I'm not letting your bias get in here. Okay.
I'm saying it wasn't like the whole match. It was a good match. Kaiser then steps up to defend Gunther and Imperium and tells Drew to not disrespect them and not disrespect Ring General. And so then Drew challenges him to a match and is like, oh, well, I'm dressed and you're dressed, so like, why not fight? So the match was totally fine. It was great. I enjoyed it. McIntyre wins with a Claymore, but it was more so of what happened after the match that is more interesting. So after Imperium jumps in and they jump Drew, and then dumbass Riddle comes out and, just being annoying. But Gunther hits him with a power bomb. And then they get out onto the floor, and then Drew power bombs Gunther through the announcer's table, and I didn't appreciate that. I always try to go off of how Vince used to do things, and so it's like 2 weeks before the pay-per-view, so he's going to give the one guy like the upper hand, and then the go-home show, Gunther's going to have the upper hand, and that might mean that Gunther wins, or that might mean Gunther loses, but I'm sorry. Gunther cannot lose.
No, that's why he went through the table on Raw. He's getting his beat down now. Then he comes out. And
that's what I'm saying. I feel like more of this is for me about Gunther's going to win because Drew McIntyre can't win. So sorry.
There's just no reason for him to win right now. There's no reason for Drew to be Intercontinental Champion. You need to have Gunther be the longest reign. If you're not going to have Roman break San Martino's record, which you shouldn't, then my point is that one title record should be smashed in this Triple H era, and it is the Intercontinental. Because the Honky Tonk Man, there is no reason that the Honky Tonk Man should be number one. I get if Jeff Jarrett or Chris Jericho, one of those two, had the longest reigning, and you kind of want to keep that a little bit, and maybe Jeff Jarrett. But point is, with Gunther, he's so dominant, and anytime he gets in the ring with anyone, you just know he's going to chop the shit out of them, and their skin's going to turn a different color. That's the type of champion you want for the Intercontinental. It's that guy who just works his ass off, brutal beater. He's going to put on a match every night or every other night, whatever, and that's what he's done. There's no point, logical threat right now to dethrone him. Even Drew McIntyre doesn't make sense.
Well, and it would be different if this was something that had been going on for a while, this feud with him, but he never really had a feud with Drew to begin with. It was more with Sheamus, and that was why he was put, the WrestleMania match became a triple threat. It was more so they were both like, we both want to go for the IC title, and it was more so pushed like their rivalry because they weren't both supposed to be going for it. But Drew was just put into this picture with Gunther now because one, he's on Raw, and two, it was his first match back since Mania. So it was like there's not a deep storyline there, and I mean the things that they've been doing over the last couple of weeks have involved Imperium, it's involved Riddle. So again, it's not very deep against Gunther and Drew specifically. So to me, it would be more so annoying too if he were the one to dethrone him at this point. If let's say he eventually took the IC title in like 3 months, but they've been feuding that whole time. Sure, like I would be, you know what I mean? Like it would
Makes
feel a
sense,
little
yeah.
bit better. Yeah.